This is tape number 7, 3, 2, 1. So let's now think about the quality of your qualitative analysis. Many factors can intervene to undermine the quality of your analysis. First, let's consider your role as the decision maker, the researcher about your data you're collecting and analyzing. You're likely to have some ideas about what you expect to find from your research before you even start the project. This could kind of short circuit some of the work you got going, and actually make you a bit myopic in your vision. You're not actually seeing other things that may be happening alongside of your work. So you need to continue practicing letting go of some of those ideas, and be as completely open as possible when you're taking data with you. While you're working to be able to completely achieve this goal, striving to keep an open mind is really valuable in and of itself. Um, you can help ensure the quality of your analysis by employing a few strategies. Let me see, I wrote this down here. Oh, okay. First, make sure that you transcribe and read your positive data during the data collection process to put you in a strong position to remember the relevant and contextual details that you want to add to your field notes. Doing this can help you create a sort of feedback loop so that your ongoing analysis feeds back into your qualitative data collection in the form of revising and a new interview or a focus group question. You might revise some questions. You may go in there with a great set of questions, and come out of this and say, geez, I shouldn't ask that question. That was useless. Or you say, I wish I asked this question. This would have gave me some more information. Make sure you keep um, looking at your interview questions, seeing if they're strong questions. Maybe you can craft them a little better to elicit more rich answers. Because at the end of the day, that's what you're looking for, some rich results there, stuff that's going to give you good information. Make sure you read up on your methodology, particularly in the subfield. For example, if you're using blogs as your data, or if you're looking into articles or books on method, you might look at, if you're using blogs, which you could use, I guess, um, but you might make sure that you um, look up the methodology to use web-based research to make sure that you're fulfilling the quality of your work and expectations within that domain. That's a lot of what I just said was a lot of be careful on using the internet. Make sure that if you're going to use blogs or any kind of things that might be suspect, you might want to get some advice on the best way to do this without uh, sort of sullying your work, because you may have really good work there, but because you're using this sort of media that's not really valid, or consistent or reliable, um, it may short circuit some of the work you're doing. Don't try to tie up every loose end or smooth over every rough patch in your qualitative analysis. With qualitative analysis, you're allowing for the diversity of in people's perspectives and experiences. You also don't have to account for every scrap of data you collect. At some point, you'll have to make a judgment about what's important and what's not important in your research. You can't be the do-all to do everything in this thing. And don't be afraid to make judgments that something is beyond the scope of your analysis. That can be hurtful. It could feel terrible. I see people go to therapy for it. uh, but try to stay grounded in your thinking. Try to say, you know what, I can't do this anymore. It's either too expensive, it's too much time consuming. I'm not getting anything out of it. Make sure you find those moments, those low moments, either and do a good self analysis and see if it's worth going down this path, or should I find another path to go down? Uh, just as you must narrow your scope of your research project, I need to keep it nice and focused so that by keeping it focused, you'll have a lot more success at the end within your qualitative analysis.